It's the final men's round robin session, and there's no shortage of scenarios that remain. 3 teams enter this game with 4-2 records, while one sits at 5-1 and another at 3-3. From the Wachter Arena at the Capitol Ice Complex, it's Day 4, Draw 12 at the 2026 USA Curling Junior National Championships. I'm Dean Gemmel, alongside former national champion Kevin Kakala, with production from Stadium Sports Network for a feature game between Team Grabow, they're sitting at 4-2, and Team Rose, they're at 3-3. We'll take a look at all the standings here. We see Aber, they're at 5-1 after a loss against McMullen. McMullen went to 4-2 after that game. Church is also at 4-2. Grabow's at 4-2. Rose is at 3-3. Towards the bottom, we've got Lanoy, Cadleck, and Meyer. We'll have a look at the teams we'll see today. Connor Grabow, he'll lead his team with Stuart Strack, Miles Grabow, and Wesley Henry. And they'll face off against Team Rose, Caiden Rose, Mason Gensel, Adam Hine, Tate Reeder-Holman, and their alternate Brock Sando, who you probably will see Sando in the game and Reeder-Holman as the alternate. Quick rules, games are 8 ends. World Curling moving to 8 ends at World Juniors. These teams will represent the United States in 2027. Free guard zone tick rule in effect, 38 minutes of thinking time per team. We haven't seen anyone struggle too much with time so far. And each team gets 1 timeout per game with an additional 60-second timeout in the extra end. And Kevin, I'm not going to ask you to figure out all the potential scenarios here, but when you were competing, I'm sure you found yourself playing the final game of a championship with these kind of scenarios. And what did you try to think? What was your mindset as you went into a game like this one?
I just go out there and play the best you can and hopefully come out with the win.
Yeah, all you can do is try to win, right, and then see where everything else lands.
Yeah, hopefully it falls into place for you.
Straight side.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Obviously, Rose needs a little bit of help. Rose has got the lowest draw shot challenge score of the teams in contention. So, but Rose does have a head-to-head against 2 teams. So the center line guard goes up for Rose, and now Grabow will bring a shot just into the top 12.
15-6.
Had a blown tire on the first shot.
It did, a blown tire. Haven't heard that expression in a while. That is Wes Henry playing lead. He's the grandson of Wally Henry, son of Donnie Henry, as some people might know. And I guess that would make him the niece, right, of Debbie McCormick? Is that right?
Weight's good. Hard at him. Only if we have to. Pull then. It's coming down a hair. We're going to be on it.
This is Brock Sando.
Let it sit. All right, curl. Curl.
So Sando and Rose started to play together, Kevin. Rose started playing in Denver. Sando's out of Dallas-Fort Worth, where they're getting a dedicated ice facility.
That'll be good for that community.
Yeah, 5 sheets they're building, hoping to be open in July. So not a good time for you to travel, I know, Kevin.
No, a little busy in the summer.
Yeah. What do you harvest? Do you harvest anything in July, or is it just...
No, nothing in July.
Mine's good.
We usually get the wheat in August, early to mid-August, and the soybeans usually late September.
You gotta get it over.
So for people who aren't expecting it, if this game goes sideways and gets dull, I'm going to be talking a lot of farming with you, Kevin, because I do find it interesting.
As long as you get below it.
Can you turn the ambient down just a bit, John?
No, right there. Okay. How's that?
Do you have here? It's like normal?
Yeah.
9.
Chance for an early double here.
Just an easy 9. You got it.
Yeah, I can make a double and sit behind 2
more ice?
Yellowstones.
Get them lined up, three in a line here. Be pretty good.
This is Jordan Hine, who I think started playing with Caiden Rose last season. He's out of Wisconsin.
Yep, curl. Hard. Hard, you got it. Hard. Hard, you got it. Come on. Hard.
Sando trying to carve this one over.
Roll it. All you got. Okay. It's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
That's what he's saying. Great.
Grabow had a really good run at the Junior Mixed Doubles Nationals a few weeks ago. Played very well, lost the final. He was playing with Jersey Hollins. They lost the final to Ella Wendling and Benji Perrell on last rock. Great final game. Their coach Dave Jensen is looming in the background there.
Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard for the roll. Hard. Clean.
Roll it as far as it goes, boys. As far as it goes.
Go.
Yep.
Hey, babe.
Good shot there.
Yeah, got it. So there's no double again. Opportunity for this one. Try hit and roll under.
Hair down. Clean. Curl. Down. Hard. Clean. Straight. Really hard, Mason. Yep. Really gotta go. Hard out. Atta boy.
Sort of a sneaky roll there.
Yeah, very good shot. Got him back in the line again and sitting pretty good now.
Top 4.
Okay. 14-5.
Forcing Grabow to try and attempt to draw underneath here. Probably hoping to keep it above the tee line.
Straight side.
You coached your son in juniors, did you not, Kevin?
Yep, sure did.
And you still have,
Easy, line's good.
your sanity?
Straight. You gotta go straight.
Well, it's a little hard to coach juniors sometimes. They don't seem to want to listen.
Gotta go straight.
Shocked to hear that a teenage son doesn't want to listen to his dad. I mean, that's
Right.
unbelievable.
Straight.
Overall, it's a good experience. It's a lot of
Just
fun.
forward.
So
For sure. One of the best things about curling is being able to play with your dad. I played with my dad until he was, 84, 85 in Spiels.
yeah, one of my highlights was I got to play in one national with my son, which is pretty big honor for me.
That was great.
Yep. Hard. To it.
This is Mason Gensel.
Hard at him. Hard. Whoa. Oh my God. Just leave it.
Gensel not happy with that result. Gensel is playing
Yep.
his counterpart on Grabow is Stuart
And it was a top
Strack.
4.
Gensel used to play with Stuart Strack.
Okay,
They're both out of the
14-5.
Twin Cities.
Could go top 4 here. He'd be sitting in pretty good position.
Definitely. To Stuart Strack,
Yeah, clean.
Straight.
St. Paul Curling Club
Hey,
product.
clean end.
T, I don't think we're that big.
Can't go curl. Whoa.
Sweepers are thinking that's a
Let it be.
little hot coming in here.
You can't curl.
Really good,
We're gonna be great.
Just let it be.
We're just like
We're pin.
back one.
Top pin. Back pin.
That's fine.
How to play?
About a foot deeper than they would like, but
3. Nose.
Curled under there fairly well.
To hair off nose.
Rose looking
Yeah.
up this.
Make the roll under.
Is that thing loaded there, Kevin?
Yeah, it's hard to tell from this angle, but it
It'll
very well
drag,
could
so-
be. Could drag a little and clip the top of the. Could get them all moving here, possibly.
Gensel, we'll see what happens here. These are always exciting.
Whoa. Yep. Hard. Whoa.
Wants to hit it a little high side. Let's see where it goes. Ooh,
Okay.
didn't come off exactly as they would have thought.
Just must have missed that top one. Just barely. Good attempt at it
They're
though.
almost always running this. I think it's just here.
Yeah, I
think
think
it's
it's
here.
that. It has to be. Yep. 15-0.
Like, just top 4.
15-0.
6 feet less?
That was a 14-7. It was clean back pin. I think it's 15-0.
Strack's going to try to give them 6 feet less. I think that's probably a good idea. They didn't sweep the other one at all.
They're still talking 15-second hog to hog, so obviously the weight isn't changing any of the games. It's been wonderful for all the participants. So
yeah, and it's been pretty much that through the whole game.
Gotta work it.
Keep going. Curl.
Kick.
Curl.
Kick.
Curl. Curl, you gotta go.
Hard.
You gotta go.
How far
Gotta
can
be
they
shot.
drag this one? They're working it hard. They've swept it the whole way.
Okay, fine.
Well, it wasn't through lack of effort.
Connor, what was
But
he?
it came up a hair short.
Connor.
I like hack. Okay, that's what you like. Yep. We can even make this if you want with hack, but like
Right.
enough.
it doesn't look like a very
I
big
like
port,
just
but it
trying to
looks
get
like
to
he's
know.
going to attempt it.
Seemed pretty confident in it.
Hair more. Hack. Yep.
I mean, if you look at it, it's a long guard. So that long guard's not really a factor.
No, and there is more than a rock width here, so he does have room to get through there, but it is pretty tight.
He's throwing hack at it. We saw teams struggle with hack in the women's game on this sheet through this same path.
Yep. Hard.
Sando puts a brush down right away.
Hard, Brock. Come on, hard. Hard, Brock. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
They'll clip that high guard. Trouble now.
Yep, 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 yep. Yeah, this was out.
He's not going to miss.
No, I don't think so with that corner one.
You gotta hang
I
it
don't
though,
know.
because he's playing that.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing this no matter what.
Right, my point is you gotta leave this to run it.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
Let him shoot the throw.
Yeah. No, that's exactly
Yeah,
right.
on this he would only want to roll possibly an inch or two towards the center,
Yeah, do we just
so he
make
can
this
use it
good and
if he
say,
comes off the
"Try
other
draw"?
one.
I'm okay with either. What? No.
No, 3. That out, down.
I think the hit leaves us in a better spot, but we just can never jam it.
Right. And this is really bad though.
Yeah.
That's the trick.
The draw then?
I think this is so much safer.
Okay. Yeah. Let's play the draw.
So they're line two.
There's just a lot of ways we can make that shot bad.
No matter what, it's straight until here.
I don't mind the draw here.
No, that's actually a very
Are we
smart call.
worried
It's
about
a
the flag?
safer call.
Or do you think we'll always
And
have
you
a
can
way to
lock
get
it on there and on the corner, and
You do?
the
Okay.
best he's going to do
Yeah.
is a run
Right?
for
I
a
just don't want
single.
to take away those runs.
Okay. We are 15. Oh, out here, I think 14-7.
No, this is the line we've been throwing.
Okay, 15-0 then.
It's 15.
15-0.
Conversation about the weight. They've settled on it being as fast out here as it is anywhere else. Grabow with his first, in the opening end.
T right now. Back 4. Back 4.
Line's
Back
good.
4.
Taino's a little heavy.
We'll see if it. They're really now back 12. Problematic. Now they're going to try to get a chunk of that one in the back, I think.
Whoa. No,
They're
you
going
got
to
like
miss
3.
it. Suboptimal.
I like this. Let's make this.
I like that.
You got it.
Yeah, the error on that
Yeah,
one
it's
would have
even
been
if
to
you're
come
there,
up just a
it's
little
fine.
bit light
Yeah.
and leave it open enough so he could use it if he had to.
Yep.
Top 4T.
So now
put it
Caiden
right
Rose,
next
Colorado's Caiden
Curl
Rose
on
will
top
try
would be
to
better.
lock one on top here.
I think
Even if he
this-
doesn't
this
make
line
it
should be
perfect, he's
sped
going to
up.
make a score of 2 pretty tough.
Like a. Okay.
If it curls enough to tap it even an inch, it looks like the pin is just barely covered. He could probably sit shot rock, but probably doesn't need to. Pretty good chance of a force if he freezes it on there.
Absolutely.
Line's good. Feels hot. Okay, top 4 here.
Rose said he felt it was hot, but the brushers think it's top 4.
Okay, yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard, guys, you got it. Bite 8 foot. Got to bite 8 foot here. Hard, got to bite 8 foot.
That does not look like it's going to get to the 8 foot.
pro side's up there.
What'd you
right?
get?
I said pro side's up there, right?
Crazy double.
Looking on a crazy double for, I guess, would
for
be
5.
Is that
but-
ever there?
I think you just take your 3.
No, I'm cool with that answer. I just really wanted to look at
Yeah.
it.
Take the 3.
Hearing their conversation is a little bit funny.
No,
Yeah.
that's
I
right.
think it's still 15 out
He's
here.
cool with the answer. Didn't want to look at it. Worth
Is this the
looking
same
at.
path?
That's a pretty
Probably
tough
got it.
double
15.
for 5.
That's really
Yeah, I just
flat.
picked the last
He'd
one.
have to really throw hard at it. And
Yeah. I mean, he could hit it thick and still get 3 as well, but I think the draw for 3 in the opening end, grab 3 here, is a pretty good scenario for Team Grabow. Connor Grabow with his last shot
Clean.
in the opening end, looking to
like it.
draw for 3. No shortage of lefties at this event, by the way.
Straight if you can.
Play up to that blue. Yep.
He was heavy on his first. Uh-oh.
needs a little.
Really nice.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, it's going to settle in at the back. So call it 3 for Grabow in the opening end with last rock. Make the score 3-0. We'll be back in just a moment with the second end.
Let's get in, boys.
Hey. Good start.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
All right, well, we're back at the Walker Arena at the Capital Ice Complex for a game between Connor Grabow and his team and Caiden Rose and his team. Grabow sits at 4-2. Rose at 3-3. Rose needs a win to stay to be in the mix.
Straight
Grabow
side.
can find himself,
Clear.
can find his way into the 1-2 game
Yep.
with a win. I think he lands in the 1-2 game no matter what
Curl
happens.
now. Curl now.
But don't quote me on that, Kevin. I'm not the best scenario guy.
But that's what we've heard anyway.
Yeah. I was like you in these scenarios. I would just play and then ask how things worked out.
Line's good. Straight
I
side.
like
goal.
this.
Top 4.
Rose putting up the guard, the corner guard to try and set an end up for multiple score, and
Good. Straight if you can.
Grabow is just trying to play the middle.
Well, line's great. Line's great. Find the T.
Really good.
Curl now.
Coming around his own.
Curl now.
Hard,
buddy.
Stuart.
Hard.
Hard.
How'd you gotta go?
Hard, Stuart.
How'd you gotta go?
Hard, Stuart.
Good shot.
Great rock, Wes.
Very good. Got him lined up. Perfect weight. Now the Rose team try and just chap off of that one a little bit and roll underneath their corner.
Yep.
Hard. Gotta go.
Looks like it's an over curl a little bit. Probably going to the nose.
Gunsel trying to get the most he can out of this.
Over nose.
Leave it there, leave it there. Leave it
Gonna
there.
roll over to the 12-foot.
Okay.
I think you just cap
Yeah.
it.
Yep. All right. Tight is fine, but 2 is all. Tight is what you want. 2 is good.
Grabow lies 2. Will look to cap this rock on the button. He'll ask his brother, Miles Grabow, to do that.
Line's
Felt good,
great,
boys.
straight side.
Felt a little tight. Felt a little tight.
Great. Line's good. Over off. Good.
Stuart Strack was a
You got it in the
U18
knife.
champion,
Lock it on if
actually
you can.
playing with Mason Gensel.
Curl.
That's fine. The line's right, so.
Deeper than they would have liked
I'm sorry,
here.
boys.
No, that's pretty good.
Would have liked to have stopped that a foot or 2 in front of the rings. Not in, but
Yeah,
Got it.
a double and a roll available. Might go jam on their stone on the wing there, but we'll see. Play it quiet anyways.
Close. Yep. Yep.
The roll is the big piece here.
Gotta go. Hard. Keep going.
this one's really curling too.
Looks like he's a little soft on the release there, and
Okay.
2 rose stones. I would think that Grabow would play a hit here.
10-5
Okay,
makes the double.
10-5. Hit and roll. Yep.
I like 10-5.
Yep. Stick isn't bad.
A nose hit here would be okay too. Of course, he's looking for the double, but I don't think it's necessary. Sit 3 would
Yep.
be pretty good
Yep.
also.
Yep. Hard, you gotta go.
Hard.
Hard, you gotta go.
Hard.
Stuart Strack with the brush down.
Hard.
Hard for a piece now. Uh-oh.
Take that one.
Well, they do eliminate 1.
Fairly fortunate on that, playing that lightweight and got by with it. Got rid of 1 of them anyway.
Not even close to enough.
I think he asked for 10.5 hog to hog, and I don't think that was.
This looks like a lot, but.
Pretty straightforward double here and sit it underneath the corner, so they got an opportunity here.
Hard.
Jumped it right away though.
And a lot
Really
of
hard.
maybe releases out of Rose's team, a little soft.
Good sweep, Mason.
Really can't get away with that when you're on this kind of championship ice,
Take it
Kevin.
on.
That's for sure.
To make a lot of shots being wide.
Yes, that's absolute sure.
No.
Narrow with a lazy handle, you don't have much chance on arena ice.
No.
That is one thing nice to get to see the juniors play on arena ice this year at the Nationals again. It's really important for them moving on. The winner will have a little more experience on arena ice, which is really important.
Tricky thing is the World Curling doesn't always put the juniors in an arena setting.
True.
This past year it was in, but it's just good for our players to have this experience. This past year it was in Tarnby, Denmark,
Love it.
in a club. If there's anybody out there who wants to host a World Juniors, just let me
Let's
know.
make this, boys. Just that freeze, yep.
Bit of an undertaking, but we'd love to have one in the U.S.
Little soft.
Gensel, I think Gensel's aunt is Norma O'Leary.
Easy. Where?
I don't know if you know Norma,
Oh
but
yes,
Can't be deep
definitely.
here, guys. Curl side.
Norma's a player,
Yep, she's been very good for a long time.
100%.
14-7.
Still
Can't be deep.
won the seniors again this
Knife
year
it.
with Margie
Whoa,
Smith.
Brock, get off of that. Leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it, leave it. Set.
Gonna bounce a little bit.
Looks like it's pretty well,
can play a
pretty
hack
well
at
wide
this.
open again.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 12-5.
I like 11-5.
11-5. Okay. I've got like a thick half.
That's so high.
Okay.
I would agree with Grabow that
11-5.
that guard really shouldn't be a factor. Stuart Strack.
11-2.
Clean. Clean. Curl.
Curl.
Whoa. Whoa. Curl.
Curl.
Whoa. Straight, straight, straight. Straight. You gotta go straight.
Hey, boy.
Beauty. 11-5 on the nose.
I can get to the nose.
Might have wanted to let that go just a little bit
I
more.
can get to the nose.
Could have
with
flopped
that.
right on top of his other one, yes.
Okay.
I think Mason's right. I think
Just
there is a
easy
double
half.
here.
Like
Just
a
enough to-
13.
Okay.
It's interesting, Kevin. You know, these guys, Mason and Stewart, won U18s with a very good player who we lost to a PhD program. We tend to lose some curlers. Sometimes I think our junior curlers are too smart. We need kids.
Right?
You go way back. I don't know if you remember Andy Rosa and that team.
Oh,
but that was-
absolutely.
we lost Andy to the priesthood. I mean, we the challenge to keep our players in the mix. We got a lot of options.
Straight.
Oh, curl.
Straight. Whoa.
Hard, Caiden.
That was a very good shot.
I think it's good enough to lie too.
Yes, it is. That was a dandy shot.
And it
Yeah.
could be buried too, right? Well, yeah.
About half open. He can probably get
They're gonna go
to the
under
nose,
here,
but
and then I gotta play some at it.
got to be pretty soft to get to nose, though.
If we can get to
Right,
nose, that's great.
That's tough.
Yep.
You want to just make it?
Whatever you like.
Because this is really good.
Yep. If you like that, I like that.
Yeah, let's make that.
Get
11-5,
to
this
nose.
is where you were. I'm left-handed, so you probably got to go here.
Okay.
I mean, it's 50-50. Either I make it or I don't.
Try to get to nose.
Yeah. Pretty much same line.
So that's how I feel on a lot of shots.
11-5.
I wish it was 50-50 for me.
What's funny is Connor also said I'm left-handed, like Stewart hadn't noticed all season. I'm left-handed, so it'll curl more, which is true, but that's pretty funny.
Playing his intern, so
Yeah, he should be able to dig it out. Richard Hart played for years with Glenn Howard, would always dig things out with his lefty intern. And somebody else couldn't follow with a right-hander.
Hard curl. All the way. Hard, all the way.
Curl, you
All the
got
way.
it.
Hard, all the way.
It's 50-50 now.
All the way.
he's got it.
Beach, bud.
Connor keeps his humor going here. We won't even have to say
Yeah.
anything anymore.
We can just sit back here.
Yep. If you make this, it's fine, but we had
Still?
me here.
I had you there.
It's a little more open.
I think it's right here.
I like where we had me.
All right, that's fine.
Because even if we roll, right, we can curl it.
And we can even roll under.
Right.
Still a good chance here for Rose to grab two.
Hack.
If he rolls under, he makes Grabow make a decision. And he
Easy
might
hack.
just concede
hack.
two.
Nose, or you can roll under a hair and you'll be sitting two. I mean, either way, you're sitting two, but.
Yeah, knows he's still got that jam possibility if he wants to try the double, so it makes it pretty risky.
Yeah, you'd hate to give the three right back.
Yep.
Early call was for sweeping.
Hard.
Is it a hair tight and light? They're going hard on this. That guard's got to be coming up quickly.
Hard. Roll it hard.
He's all over the guard.
Roll it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not the result Caiden
Hard.
Rose wanted there. Now they're trying to
Hard.
cover that other one.
Hard.
Good call. Is probably going to spin back a bit. And still pick it.
Was it down?
Looks like it's pretty much wide
I don't
open.
see a reason to mess around.
He's coming from the correct
He's
hack.
gonna curl a touch.
You got almost all of it.
Yeah, I think you just play peel and pick it.
That's what I like.
So with that miss, now Grabow with a chance
Good
to
curl up touch
peel
here.
this out and lie three.
Whatever you're seeing.
He'll be happy with the
Then we're
force
laying
here to
three,
force
right?
him to one.
Yep.
Rose was just a little too light on his delivery there, so it came up a little too quick on him.
A little light and a little tight, I think. And
7-5.
They did call a sweeping right away, I guess, didn't they?
that was the problem.
Hard, make it. Hard.
Trying to carve
Clean.
this one over a bit.
Etiquette.
Imagine all the shots we could have made, Kevin, if we knew about carving.
Our percentages would have probably went up quite a bit.
Unbelievable. We were doing the exact opposite sometimes that we should have been doing.
Especially when you have good sweepers like when we had Zach Jacobson, of course.
How many times you have Zach with a hair broom thought you were doing something and
we were doing the wrong thing. Now we find out.
It's embarrassing, actually.
It really is.
I find it embarrassing. Caiden Rose will try to hit for one here.
Yep. 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 Hard. Hard at him. Hard.
Might have got this one going a little bit too.
We gotta go for a stick. Hard.
This is trouble, is it?
Make one fucking shot.
Mason maybe with a bit of frustration and a fine on the way if he doesn't. I don't like to fine people.
4.
Make that 2 for Grabow. It's now 5-0. Grabow after 2 ends. We'll be right back in a moment.
Still like this set of sheet.
Skip the ordinary. Choose extraordinary with a trip to Bismarck Mandan. From thrilling rides to splashing fun, we have the places your kids are asking for. Uncover the stories of the past as you explore historic sites. Gather around tables filled with local flavors you all will love. Your family's next great story starts right here.
Ringing on a miss. Appreciate it.
All right, we're back here 5-0. Grabow to an early lead, Kevin. Rose will have to try to dig themselves out of a deep hole.
Line's good.
They've been having a little trouble with their releases, a little soft, and they've been over curling quite a few times here.
Knife
So
it. Knife it.
Yeah, not just Caiden Rose who
Knife
threw
it,
those
go.
2 soft, but throughout the lineup, really,
Knife
right?
it a little
Yep.
bit. Yep. Gotta go. Get it over.
yeah, it's
Weight's
pretty
good.
noticeable.
Hard to get it
You
over.
can't.
Get
The
it
soft
over.
release on arena ice
there
is
you
not going to
Good throw.
benefit you very well.
I think you capped it. Yeah.
I always found when I played on this and then went back to a league game in my club, I couldn't buy a shot because I'd throw everything to the positive side of the broom and sail by.
Line's great.
2, broom down.
3,
2,
3, it's all
Okay.
there.
3, tight.
Don't
You gotta
want
knife
to.
it. You gotta knife it.
Don't want to. It's all there.
Yeah, you gotta knife it. All right, Mouse, you can help him, Stuart.
Church with a big 3 against McMullen in the second end, so Church up
That's on
up
center.
there.
Didn't quite get the guard over there enough.
Connor, was he
They
out
were
or too much
knifing
room?
it the whole way. Just couldn't quite get it over the center line. But that no tick rule could be in effect here if they get gets close to that center.
Close. Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Curl, curl.
I think he's safely by it.
Try to play it this way. Any roll.
Dead nose. I saw Brock's father, Laith Sando, here. His dad out of
What are you
Dallas
thinking?
Fort Worth in that group. He's
8-5.
won the Arena National Championship
It's
multiple
either control
times.
or normal.
Normal.
But now Dallas Fort Worth won't be eligible for that anymore because they'll have a dedicated ice curling club.
See what I can do. Oh, good 9-5.
I always say, Kevin, our arena curlers, the ones who play on skating ice, are the most dedicated curlers. It's
All that extra work.
so much extra work, and they're so enthusiastic. I love them, but
Hard.
it is
Hard,
not
buddy.
easy.
How'd you gotta go?
No, and then some of the
Hard,
conditions
buddy.
I'm sure they play on too is
That's a great shot right there.
we wouldn't call that curling anymore.
No, not fun.
See if it gets on. Nah.
Miles Grabow, a little tight there. Little wreck on the guard. Opportunity here for Rose to
It's pretty quick.
Christmas tree it.
Similar to last games, but pretty quick. Give it just a hair, not much. Wait's close.
Hein getting some feedback in his slide.
Where?
Did you ever like that? Have people talk to you while you're delivering the rock?
I don't know if I loved it. I didn't mind it.
Mine, Mason.
Sometimes I would slide out and have an argument with Bill Stopera as I slid out.
We're by. Leave it up here.
Zach Jacobson used to get Disher's weight down for us.
Oh, yeah.
Tell him, add it.
I didn't give him enough ice.
I think it's this one.
I agree.
And you spill.
I agree. Yep.
So Grabow will try to peel this corner guard and get some action on the rocks and the rings.
Sure, he'd be happy with running it back on either one, doubling either one out, but going for the one closer to center.
Hard.
Miles Grabow, did he get it out to the stick? Ooh.
Oh, that's impossible, I would think.
That was not the result they wanted.
That's amazing that it could go between there.
Yeah, that's one of those ones where you say there's no hole, and then there is. So Rose in business here, though.
Yeah, Rose has a chance to get 2 or 3 back here pretty easily now.
Just up 8.
Whoa.
Back 8. Coming down. Coming down. Whoa. Coming down.
Should be a little slower down the center here.
Straight. T. Curl.
We're liking the weight.
Straight. Hard. Okay, leave it. Leave it.
A little rub there.
Just rubbed, yeah. You don't want to take it deeper.
That's on me. I just cut it too close.
Peeling again?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
I don't totally like it. This is good.
Nope. I guess. I like getting rid of this corner guard.
Oof.
What?
I like trying to get rid of the corner guard.
Okay. Let's make it then.
I may be on Connor's side
You guys
here.
not like this?
Never liked to be in the hack and just got to make it. Yeah. A lot of shots.
That's confidence. You just got to make it.
Curl.
Stuart Strack
Straight.
trying to get some action on the ones in the rings. Oh, there it is. That's what. Not sure I'd like it, but.
Yeah, the Rose team here has got a pretty good opportunity to put up a crooked number, get back in this game.
Yeah.
Just a piece buried Christmas tree up.
I mean, there's certainly doubles there, but not a real easy one at the moment.
One of those ones as we're looking at it there on the right-hand side of the sheet, that's a pretty tough double, really thin. One all the way across the house isn't very makeable either. So
No.
Where? Easy. Where? Just top 8. Curl side. Just top 8. Just top 12.
Gensel wants his top 8. The Brushers are
Just
saying
top
it's
12.
top
Just
12.
Knife it at him. Knife
Whoa,
it.
whoa,
Knife
whoa.
it. Knife it.
Hard at him.
Gotta bury a piece.
Hard at him.
Looks like
Gotta bury a
it's
piece.
Hard at him.
looking pretty good, really.
they can get a little more edge to edge.
It's all right.
Is this?
Be pretty
Okay.
easy
It
to
is
go
there.
between them all here
Connor,
off
is
of
this
that
ever
one.
a triple? We just gotta make sure 2 go. Okay.
I think I would.
Go.
Pretty thin.
Yeah, this is just tough. Yeah.
I think I might be trying to play this thick with the big roll, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Could roll right over and freeze to the corner of the left ones.
Yeah, get some action, get something over there, but trying to play this thin.
Whoa. Whoa. Clean, yes,
Close,
yes,
yep,
yes. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa, clean. Clean.
Wow.
Go, 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 go.
Wow, did that work out good for him?
Let's go, bud.
Pretty
No,
good.
that's good. We're shot. For a second. I think we're 2.
Almost overswept it. Look at Stuart Strack. What do we know, Kevin? Play real thin.
Yep, I guess that was the shot.
Yeah. Then they hit it and they really overswept it. Didn't even have to sweep this one. I think there's still second shot over there, though.
What? Is it ever split it and save that for yours? It's guarantee our 2.
That was a big shot from Stuart Strack.
I don't mind this now. Okay?
threw it with conviction, made it. Now Gensel try to answer here. Trying to figure out how he avoids leaving a double back.
If he hits half a rock here and just stuffs it onto the blue one, it'll be tucked under there pretty good.
Yep. Whoa, 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 curl. Curl.
As long as your shooter rolls far enough away.
Clean. Curl. 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 Hard.
Sure got to keep the shooter around though.
Whoa. Whoa. Sit.
Strack working on that one. Is it gonna? You got to make sure it doesn't spin back. So, real two shots have changed the complexion of this end.
Grabow's thinking a little bit of running this blue back onto there, which is probably the right call, and you can make the double.
My last peel on this line curled, right?
Take this end away.
Pretty short run back. Certainly easier than trying to play on the yellows.
I agree.
Nope. I like that.
Yeah.
Stuart Strack with a big shot sent this end a whole different direction.
Shade high gets them both.
It's a good thing we weren't out there to talk him out of it, Kevin.
Good thing. Yeah, they didn't have to call it and announcers, or they would have been in trouble.
Hey, get 7.5 here, bud.
It's just a little on the high side here. They both go pretty easily too, so.
I think so.
7.5. Roll. Clean. Curl.
Can't hit it too high though. We'll get rid of one. He sort of fed that out a bit.
That's fine.
That said, I think
still got a 2 possibility here, so.
Yeah, I think the way the end was shaping up early, though, Grabow would be pretty happy to get out of this just giving up 2.
So. Board here. It'll move. A little more. A little more.
Caiden Rose wearing the USA Curling approved backwards baseball cap, Kevin.
Huh?
We follow World Curling rules generally, but you can't wear a backwards cap at a World Championship. But we say we allow the backwards cap.
Yep. Yes!
If they're on this, trying to hold it.
I think he's good.
Yeah. Took right there. I think we'll see.
Bomb, see if I can get it.
And the double's there with really heavy peel here.
Yeah.
Grabel thinks he can make it.
It's pretty much the 6.
You get a sense that Grabow's feeling it right now.
Yeah, he's pretty confident in his game calling. He's not even thinking about it. He's just going for it.
Make sure one goes, Connor.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna overextend myself.
7-0. Just make sure one goes.
Yeah. Inside out.
It's 2/3 of it here.
Okay.
Connor Grabow.
Yep.
It's that lefty in turn again.
They're on it early.
That is clean.
I think his brother might have talked him into throwing it a little defensively, but sort of got talked into throwing that one in a way that made sure he didn't miss. I think we lost all the ambient now. So this is Caiden Rose, the last shot here. He's going to try to, he just needs to touch the 8-foot for 2. And get somewhat back in this game. Trailing 5-0 after giving up 3 and then a steal of 2.
Sweepers are just dusting it, keeping it clean. They think they must like the weight.
Well, they're walking away from it a little bit. It looks like it should be all right, I think. It has a bit of pace, but I think it'll be fine.
Yeah. Very good shot.
So there you go. Call it 2 for Rose. Make the score 5-2 after 3 ends. We'll be back with the 4th end in just a moment.
Skip the ordinary. Choose extraordinary with a trip to Bismarck Mandan. From thrilling rides to splashing fun, we have the places your kids are asking for. Uncover the stories of the past as you explore historic sites. Gather around tables filled with the local flavors you all will love. Your family's next great story starts right here.
All right, we're back here at the 2026 USA Curling Junior Nationals. This is men's play. We might be a little light on audio from the rink for a moment, but we'll see how that changes or improves.
Sliding into the rings there, trying to throw a center guard. Sure he's not happy with himself over that one.
Yeah, down 5-2. You definitely want shots in the, you want your guards up. Sounds like we've got ambient sound back.
Curl, whoa, straight. Whoa.
I want to hit and stick here. They do.
That's
So now Rose down 3. We'll really have to ignore that and just put a try for another guard. No, Rose looking for the center line guard. He didn't get on his first one. Brock Sando will take another shot at this.
I had 15-5, 15-4.
One thing I have noticed is when the rock isn't touching the center line in the juniors, typically they still don't try and tick them over anymore.
Yeah,
they just
it's
kind of
true.
almost just go behind.
Yeah.
They don't go for it too often.
Yeah, and I mean the whole reason. Is that going to slip in too? I'm
Yeah,
afraid
I
it
think
does.
Slid
I
another
like
one.
rolling same side. Yeah.
I think we go this way this time.
I like rolling this way.
Nope.
Yeah.
So not
I
the
like
start
that.
you want from the lead position.
You just want to rip it?
No, let's do the roll.
It's so steep to get on.
That's okay. We don't have to be on. That's on the
Okay,
corner.
10-5.
Yeah, they give here if he just rolls and even just puts it in front of his other one just as a guard. That's really good.
11.
Clean.
Same way.
Clean. Whoa, curl. Whoa.
Gotta roll.
Curl.
Curl.
Hard curl. Hard curl. Make sure. I got this.
Come on. Look.
That'll
Go
play.
play.
He did roll
Yeah.
it in.
Tough to roll right to there. Looks like Rose is going to bail out here and try to.
Probably trying to go for a blank now.
Yeah, I mean Grabow would be perfectly happy with a blank. That's the only problem. Blank 4. Blank 5, he'd probably be really happy, but he's not going to be too unhappy with blanking the 4th end, I don't think.
What do you think, Dean, as far as strategy-wise going to an 8-end game rather than 10? Do you think it changes
I think
it
you
much
roll
for
it
the
big.
Agreed.
juniors? Or
I think it does a little bit. I mean, I think
Okay.
I think in a 10-end game, I think your
10 last
better
time.
team is more likely to win, right? I think when you have more time, if you get down. I don't think it really changes strategy. I mean, it's an ongoing debate, right? I think the reality is at World Curling level, I think they're pretty settled on 10 ends for World Championships, men's and women's, and Olympics. One of the reasons they've gone to 8 ends for juniors is just to have a bigger junior field, which I was in favor of. So, I mean, they had a 10-team field, and it was pretty tough not to get relegated. One team, I think Ethan Sampson was 5-4 one year, and we got relegated. So,
Right.
I mean, and then having to go to junior Bs was not,
That'll play.
just in terms of travel and everything else, it's not ideal. So,
Yeah.
Makes those doubles a little trickier though.
I mean, there's pros and cons to both. I don't know about you, Ken, but I actually like that if there's sometimes you're playing 8, sometimes you're playing 10. I think there's something kind of interesting about that. I know a lot of people are in favor of 8 ends, but
It's hard to sit and watch a 10-end game
out.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Not everybody loves the game like me that can just sit there and watch
True.
the whole 10-end game.
Yep.
14-5.
And sometimes
side's up.
I think
15.
in a 10-end game you're playing more open ends, or you
Yeah.
try and blank more and stuff than you would in an 8-end game possibly.
I will say the big challenge to 10 ends is, for instance,
Straight side always.
so the country that has the biggest media property in curling is Canada. The Brier and the Scotties are really the only two serious brands, you might say, in curling for media.
Hard.
They don't want to lose that ad time. That's
Yep.
a big problem. And then they also,
Terrible.
Curl it then.
you know, there's always one world
My bad.
championship in
I'm
North
sorry about
America, and they don't want to lose the ad time for that either. So
And the
There's-
crowds they draw for the Brier and the Scotties and all, it's just amazing.
That's a tough.
So there's a revenue piece.
Pro side is always
You know, my other point is I don't know if the way to get people to watch more curling is to have less curling, but I do understand sometimes a 10-end game, even though it's barely half an hour longer, does start to feel long.
This isn't the steel setup at all. They should just throw a center gun. No, I think you go under it. Unless you want to double. I'll
So
look at it.
Grabow left a corner guard here, and Rose trying to utilize it, but will come up short. That's Gensel will come up short, and
It's
now
out.
Grabow will wrap around here.
Sink it.
Suddenly Grabow's on a good path to
Yeah,
2.
15. Yeah, 15.
And
Top
now
eight
he's
is
got a
great.
double corner over there too to get underneath.
Yeah,
As long as he keeps this above the tee line, they should be sitting in pretty good position here.
and even if everything went south, he's got a whole lot to draw to on his last.
Yep.
Clean.
Full 8 foot,
always.
4 foot to
Straight.
go to.
You gotta go straight.
Weight's close. 3 top 12.
Hard straight.
Hard.
Hard straight.
Top 12.
Hard
3.
straight. Hard
not
straight.
in.
You gotta go, Wes.
We're not
3.
I know. You just gotta
Okay.
go straight.
Both teams, though, struggling to get around here.
Okay.
Now he's got hook guards over there. He could get forced fairly easy.
Yeah, I think that's Rose's strategy now.
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
yeah,
I think
you're
we're
just
throwing
straight.
him slow. That was a 16-1 though. Like the
You're good.
times make
You're
sense.
good. Make the next one.
That's what I don't understand.
A little slower, maybe throwing that center to the outside. They're getting caught on that a little bit, I think, the way
I
they're
think so.
talking.
Tricky, I
And
guess.
here comes another one that's a little slower.
Continue to be caught.
Because they said they're throwing the
That's good.
times that they kind of wanted, but they're not realizing that center might still be a little
15.
frosty or not frosty, but just a little, not played as much so it doesn't have the glide to it as
And then,
areas they use all the time.
and then curling hard to the wing. I think that's when sometimes an over-reliance on the watch becomes problematic.
Straight
Top
sideline's
12.
okay.
Need a little bit of spidey sense at times, right?
Yep.
Top 12, top 8.
Okay, line's good.
Top 8.
Clean. Whoa.
This one they're happier with
Line's
the
good.
weight, I think.
Yep, saying top 8.
Curl. Curl.
Hard, Miles. Hard, all you.
Looks really
whoa,
good,
whoa, get
actually.
up,
You
get
don't
up,
have to.
get up.
Yeah, just keep it above the
Wicked.
tee line,
Don't
and they're in
over-
really good shape. Very good shot.
Nice shot by Stuart Strack. Is an opportunity for
15-1.
Rose to corner on it, but pretty tough.
I don't think so. I think that path just hasn't got used.
One of the hardest shots in curling right here
be
is to
that.
get shot rock out of freezing on the corner. And you can't bounce off, because if you
Yeah.
bounce off, then you're in trouble too.
Bounce off here, and all of a sudden three's in play.
It's maybe a
What an end.
Then we could have a really short night, Kevin.
Flipped on its head.
but that path, I guess, is a little
Rose Crows has him.
I'm sure the Grabow fans would like that, to have a short night.
Yeah.
but
I always found whenever playing in a national championship, especially when you're 10-end games, you did get a lead and you're a front-end player, is always thinking, man, let's apply a little more pressure so we might get off of here early,
I don't know what else to do.
especially middle of the week especially.
You always have to hold. So. Also, fun thing to note: if you pound that blue one on the nose, it drags into this blue one and rolls in.
14-1.
There's the bounce
On the
off.
center, right?
Rolling here.
Yeah.
Yeah. 9-5.
Okay. Just the center.
Of course, when you're down 5-2, the shots get tougher.
Maybe we shot 1-2.
As long as we get to center.
10-5?
Yeah,
9-5.
Connor
9-5.
Grabow would really like
It's
to
the
roll
same
this
one
right
you
to the
threw.
center line.
No, you're good.
And
Yep.
there's no danger whatsoever on his last one. Even if they make a pretty good freeze, you'll be able to double
How many
him off
1-2?
more than likely.
Blast
Still
it
get
out
it-
for
still
2.
get his
Yeah,
two,
so we
so
want to get to the center line. Ideally, we want to get to the edge of 4.
Okay.
As long as we get to the center line, it's made.
Okay.
9-5.
Ten. Yep. Hard. Hard. Clean.
Clean, girl.
well, he rolls out, but that's still not the end
What
of
was
the world
time
for him.
short?
Yeah,
Gonna force Rose into trying to play that
10-2.
corner freeze again,
that didn't move.
or go under it.
I thought I might have been wrong on my weight call, but I wasn't.
No. Did I whip it? I did?
10-2.
Okay.
Not an ideal situation
That's
here
what I
for
was
Rose
saying.
because
I didn't think
it's
I
a
whipped it.
tough shot, corner freeze, or go under again,
Yeah.
and they're not easy. either
No.
one.
And they get tougher when you're trailing by 3.
Slid a little tight, right? And then you said
Yeah.
it, and I thought it would be fine. And also, that's better than
Mike's your hat, right?
notes and rolling in, probably.
No, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. I didn't disagree.
Just gonna give you a warning.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. So,
I'm just talking about it so I know for.
yeah. Because I'm just-
Caiden Rose with his last in the 4th end. He's down by 3. Needs a good one here to get a force.
That looks soft.
They're on it early.
That's just going.
I don't think so.
Now they're trying to decide, can they get it by? I don't think so. I think he's on the high one. Now they're going to try to roll in. I don't think they're going to roll in far enough. I think it's
Are we
a
2?
Maybe 2.
I'm pretty sure we're 2.
Stuart Strack with a very quick look
15?
at both.
We haven't ran this path.
Connor Grabow now with a draw for
take a
3 to
shade
take
more.
a commanding 8-2 lead
Yeah,
in this game.
15-2. I'm thinking 15 to 15-5.
Yeah, this is a little big for ice.
We haven't ran this path even without the ice change, so we're
Yeah,
thinking 15-0.
I'm thinking a low 15 if you guys are touching it a little.
It's always fun to throw a draw for 3 when you're up 3.
Probably straight always.
Yep.
Unless you got to take weight off.
It's never a
No,
bad
you know,
thing,
you
that's
can.
for sure.
No. Connor Grabow drawing for 3, up 5-2 already.
Straight side.
Top 8. Yep. Top 12, top 8.
I do like the
Indicate,
communication
boys.
between the
Top 8, top
brushers.
4. Look good. Look
That's
good.
one thing I think the junior curlers
Line's
nowadays
perfect.
are, I don't know
Look
if it's the coaching or just the
Line's
players
never a
themselves.
problem.
They do communicate better
Look
than
at-
they
look at
used
clean,
to,
look
I
at-
think.
Yep.
Really good.
That's one thing I know when I was coaching my son all the time. I always
go.
told him, you guys got to talk more. You got to get this figured out. And as the game goes, you got to help each other more.
Yeah. And part of that is finding what helps your teammates play better, right? So, well, make the score 8-2 after 4 ends. Grabow cruising over Caiden Rose and his team. We'll be back with the 5th end after this break.
Oh, that.
Skip the ordinary. Choose extraordinary with a trip to Bismarck, Mandan. From thrilling rides to splashing fun, we have the places your kids are asking for. Uncover the stories of the past as you explore historic sites. Gather around tables filled with local flavors you all will love. Your family's next great story starts right here.
Outdoor adventure is calling. Paddle calm waters that feed your soul. Find trails that challenge you and views that inspire you. Cast your line in the Missouri River and create your own big fish story. Perfect your swing on courses that stretch into the horizon. Explore spaces where every step is a discovery. Your outdoor playground awaits in Bismarck, Mandan.
You're searching for the perfect balance. A major career without the big city price tag. Stop searching. This is Bismarck, Mandan, North Dakota, where success is just a handshake away. We combine a low-hassle lifestyle with the resource that fuel growth and development. We're a small community with a massive advantage. The space to grow your career, your business, your family, and your future. Visit bismarckmandan.com today.
Yeah, we played.
Keep up a good pace. No, I love the pace we're playing at. Yep. It's just nice to know we're back.
Don't fall asleep out there. Yes, keep it up. Playoffs are still on the line.
Now it's time to go.
Playoffs are on the line here, fellas.
Oh, let's go.
Still got a minute 45.
Oh, come on.
That was not tough, Connor.
I gave my speech and we still got to...
I'm going to eat. Dave, do you have a turkey smoking for me right now?
I'll get one going. In the Airbnb?
Yeah, just pull this game out.
Fire alarm is just beeping right now.
I'll get the turkey going.
They needed that point.
2.
Yeah, but they had a hit for 3. All right, let's get going. Keep it up, boys. 15s pretty much.
We're back here at the 2026 USA Curling Nationals. We'll take a quick look at scores. Church McMullen. McMullen just threw a narrow port to score 2, make the score there 4-3 McMullen, or 4-3 Church. Church will have hammer. This is Hebert and Lanoy. Hebert up 4-1. Playing the fourth end. I don't know what Hebert is facing right there. Our game, Grabow out to a big lead over Rose. He's up 8-2, he and his team. And Cadlick up 9-0 on Meyer. That probably moves Cadlick to 4-4.
I don't remember that.
But unfortunately for that team, even if things fall into place, they wouldn't have the head-to-head against Church.
Didn't teach.
So Kevin is shaping up as Hebert as the 1 seed, Grabow as the 2 seed, and then McMullen and Church.
So the winner of that would be 3 and other one 4 probably.
Yes.
Like you're saying, that would probably be choice of rocks. Would be basically all they'd gain over that.
Yep.
Clean.
Straight side, the line's good.
I like it. Straight side. Top 4.
Curl side.
Meet.
So Grabow playing with confidence, throwing the rock with conviction.
Really good. We can go low.
Gary.
Hard curl.
Really good.
Hard curl. Time looks good.
Really good.
Each.
And Wes Henry will put that right on the top 4. That's always nice, isn't it, when your lead does that for you? As a skip, it just means you have less of brain gymnastics to do as the game goes on.
Makes it a lot easier, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And eventually, Rose will have to deal with it
Yeah.
down the road. So.
You did not do it 6 times.
We're working this one hard. They're going to go for a high center here.
Yeah. Yes.
We can still play this way.
Here's an opportunity, though. You could play the tick here.
Here would be a chance for the tick.
Pretty easy tick, too, actually.
Right.
But they don't even look at it,
Yep.
I guess.
Yep. 15.
Maybe we need to make sure the junior curlers know that the rule says you can play the tick.
I've noticed that. I was talking to Dean about that earlier,
Yeah.
saying that I haven't seen many
Straight side,
that when they aren't on the center line in either the men's or women's side, they still don't play the
Yeah.
tick.
Easy line.
Up 8-2, you think you'd consider it there.
Got a curl.
Top 8.
Knife. It's got to curl. Knife it,
Yeah, they never even asked about it either. He just decided they weren't doing it.
Although I guess, you know, they don't have last rock. They'd be ticking it for a corner would be the only thing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, in this instance, it probably wouldn't have been the right choice anyway. But
yeah.
That's a pretty good spot.
That's fine.
And it wasn't a tight guard, so you couldn't roll in off it. I noticed that
Right.
in the Briar and in the Worlds and everything else. They do that shot so well now, too. If your guard is too tight, they'll just play a lightweight, like a 12, 12 and a half, and then roll the shooter in the rings and tick it over. So
Saw Matt Hamilton had 2 ridiculous ticks back-to-back against China at the World Men's. They and then in mixed doubles, you know, they have that power play, and teams have become so good at just punching that one over.
But I don't really use it when I'm skipping.
I think that might be a rule change we see, that you can't play the tick on those. It's funny, the power play in mixed doubles, the idea was to generate offense, but what it's become is more of a defensive play. When you get up, you use a power play to make sure you can always score one, you know?
I'm sure it's fine. They have to deal with all of this.
Short's okay, but it's got to be in.
That was 15-6, 15-D.
So Rose with 1 corner frozen on the Grabow rock in the 12-foot. Connor Grabow will ask his brother Miles Grabow, who I've been told by our production team here, it's his birthday today.
Easy.
Felt big.
I'm not sure how old he is.
Sit her down, Wes.
I did hear someone singing happy birthday earlier today.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is, Kevin. I just know he's younger than you and I.
By a long ways, too.
Can't do that, Miles.
Especially me.
See if we can lay 3. Good sweep. I think it's enough. It's fine.
My bad.
All right, yes. Yep.
I just shot it. Yeah, I just shot it.
I don't know what that means. I just shot it.
Gave her a little too much and got her deep, and he wasn't too happy with himself.
Yeah. So Miles born in 2008.
Okay. Maybe not.
Here they're thinking they were trying to freeze, and it looks like they're going to go around everything here.
Round it all.
A little under, but it stayed
Our
pretty
angles
much
are
in
really
the open.
good. I think we can rip.
His brother Connor, born in 2005.
Yep.
Miles Grabow.
Oh my God.
Looked like he slid tight there.
Wes, you got to go. That's fine.
Just exchanged rocks didn't really do a lot of good for. They ended up guarding the yellow one, which Rose Rock, which they just put there, so that actually hurt them a little bit.
That was a hair more. Never mind then.
Very slide tight in those peels. It's tough to try to feed it back without missing the works.
That's where the tuck delivery comes in handy. You can always do that.
I think one thing where people with the tuck delivery, you were mentioning how solid you are. A lot of people think the balances are, but you actually would put a lot of weight on the broom on the ice, right? You were sort of like a tripod?
Well, I did, but a lot of people don't.
No.
A lot of tuckers actually are pretty balanced too, actually, so they don't put much weight on the broom, but
sorry, boys.
Except I do remember talking to John Mead about it, and he said he has more weight on that broom on the ice than you would realize, right?
Yeah.
But then I see a guy like Dunstone, doesn't look like he has a lot of weight on the ice, but on the broom on the ice.
What?
Nothing.
Bad idea.
Do you like the dig?
I think it's bored.
Hey, do we ever just cap?
Oof.
Tap which one?
They can have 1 point.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back
You could also just rip that high yellow, couldn't you? I mean, up 8-2.
Right.
You can sit here and
I
plant.
think you better be removing something.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just move
there's
those.
enough curl.
That stagger out front
If you
isn't
throw the
fantastic.
13-7 miles through.
13? Okay.
13-7.
I think I'd just play that and then go to work on that other one later. But Stuart Strack's going to play a little quiet, try to move this
Mine's
yellow.
okay.
Space.
It's got a curl.
Wonder what Coach Dave is thinking about this.
Yeah,
Forget to mention the coaches once in a while.
yeah. Dave Jensen coaching
Yes,
Grabow.
leave it. Whoa.
This is trouble now.
This is not doing anything.
This is sailing by everything.
That's definitely not what they wanted.
Guarding there.
Maybe.
I mean, they have to deal with it. Like, how do they get more than one?
I don't know, there's a lot of rocks in play for a team that's up 8-2.
Yeah.
Is that scary?
Yeah, I'd be ripping something.
So.
Yeah.
Like, what are you guarding? It's tough to guard on Stewart's first. Like Stewart's second's a little different.
If they make this, it's a little scary.
If they make this, there's still only one.
I know.
I still don't think they have a way to get to our top 4.
Do we ever throw that?
I never did like guarding the opposition's rock.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Some way it always
What do they
came
have
back
on
to
this
bite
side?
me.
I find the higher level
I mean,
curling guard is,
We get one here. This
I think
rock's
you
in
just-
jail off
I think
this
you just
side.
get around here.
wow.
Guard what?
Yeah, what do we guard?
Yeah, what would you be guarding?
If like there's no way to hear. Like so what are we guarding? I think you just beat them to it.
There's their way.
I don't If you hang it, you can't show them anything.
I think it's here.
Okay, make it. That's fine.
It's here.
Call timeout then.
I think if you're a coach and your team, there's Dave pacing around back there. Team's up 6 with about 8 rocks in play.
Clean, feels a little.
Straight if you can.
T-back 4.
Back team.
And
Okay.
conversations
T-back 4.
about guards.
Coming down.
Straight,
Got room. Yep.
straight.
Gotta go.
Straight.
A 4-1 is
Easy.
good,
It's
but
good.
not this early in the end.
Easy.
Line only. Back 4.
You knife now. Knife now.
Well, it might.
I like that.
Escape.
That's
It
fine.
actually helps eliminate some of those other yellows possibly anyway. So
Yeah, it's not a bad
fine.
shot to be
It cuts up.
much better than a guard, that's for sure.
Open it up. Now, when they open it up, now we have to guard for that. But it's against like 5.
I don't think it is.
depending what happens here, they might be able to use his own to get rid of the yellow that's on the
Especially
4
now
foot
with
now
this guy
too.
back here.
Yeah.
And we'll be down to skip rocks after this one. So
This is Mason Gensel.
Really engaged.
We're a little off on the bug, so this is Gensel's second.
Especially if he doesn't kick this one.
playing quiet here to keep all his rocks in play, which is very smart.
Yeah. There's a lot of.
I think so.
Which one are you guarding? You got 4 ways at it.
Okay.
It's interesting to listen
This
to
is for
them
two.
also.
This has no value.
Yeah, take away the nose one.
But if
I think
that's
you
only
gotta
for
take away
2,
this
am I
one.
just do I have time to come here?
I don't think so. I think if you come here, that's really not good because that's how he gets to it.
Okay. Let's guard the draw path.
Okay.
I think I'm guarding the draw path.
You have to guard now.
You don't think they ever have anything on this?
This is 2 if he makes it perfect.
Okay.
Oh, you could throw it on his first, though.
I think this is scary for if he makes that. I think I'm guarding that.
Okay.
But then the question is, do I just make it first?
I'm okay making it.
Okay.
Let's make it.
You gotta be light, pro side light.
And
Yeah.
even if you sit on the back one, it's fine.
Pro side light.
Pro side's light.
Pro side light.
Pro side's light.
Well, they came to a conclusion that they wanted to play the draw, beat him in there.
Back button.
He could
pro side
could
light.
draw the button, and it would put a lot of pressure on the Rose team. It's a big gamble.
It's like
Yeah.
14-3.
there's a lot of yellow lurking there.
14-3.
I mean, they're pretty good with that.
No,
The way
you were
those are
saying
cornered, but
like a high
I don't know about that
14,
angle
14,
run in.
15,
It seems like it would be make you nervous.
Yeah, if you put this even back button, that might make a run double
Run
there
double
possibly.
there, yeah.
Clean. Down.
Hot.
I disagree. Yeah, you're right. Back 4, got it.
So much. Like back.
Just gotta grind. Just has to grind.
This is where you hope for. It could be. Let it grind up a bit. Well,
Sorry, I cooked it.
What'd you get, Stu?
Yeah, I checked out. I'm sorry, boys.
You're good.
They do this?
Do you think we're fine?
I
I
seriously
think running the farthest right one in would be the better shot for him.
I think so.
Yeah, it always crashes.
That one
They
there.
can stuff it and lay one, but there's no double.
Basically like a
back
thin
and
half,
throw
isn't it?
bars,
Just
and then they just draw
Yeah,
for
looks
two.
like it would be somewhere right around half.
That angle's there for 2. That's the only thing that's
Okay,
scary.
he still has 2 rocks, so what do we do on our next?
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you right now, he's probably going to throw that right straight back. Now everything's open.
Okay, but the one straight back is the worst shot.
Yeah, I'm well aware. I mean, we're probably going to be sitting
The
one.
bigger problem is if he makes this angle run, we're in trouble. Because he's probably getting 3.
I hate to say it like this, but it is only 3.
Yeah,
that's
a lot
That's
worse.
half our points.
I agree.
I think if he makes this perfect, we got to sink that draw. Make him make it.
We also got to make it this year.
Yep.
We do also have to play a little fast.
Yeah, 15 seconds.
Okay, yeah. Good call.
Okay.
Good talk. That was a good conversation.
there's something great about listening to young junior curlers.
They're getting it all figured out, that's for sure.
They were. Good conversation. I think a lot of men's teams would just be off sulking right now. So good for them. Discussing all the scenarios.
I thought about it too. We're using
Okay.
a lot of clock.
I mean, we haven't made any of our last 3 either, so.
Now they're getting worried about they're using a lot of clock.
Worried about the clock.
They're talking too much, they're thinking.
I know.
If they,
Where we're at. We'll talk
they're
about
still
it
ahead on the clock, by the way. Ahead of Rose. And they're ahead on the scoreboard, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. This is curling.
Well, he's gonna roll on.
He's gonna.
I think I can make the draw.
Oh yeah, I think now.
Now the draw is definitely the right shot.
size
They
down.
just. I think they just got out of
Loaded
dodge.
into that blue?
Never. It's never. Never.
Yeah, I think they just got
I
out
think
of
it
dodge
loses- I think
here.
that loses this side yellow. It's still only 2. It's still only 2. All right. Yeah, 15-0. We ran this path quite a bit. 15-0.
I think if they run this end back, they might have a few different decisions, but it's going to work out for them, I think.
Short's okay here, boys. Yep.
It's not danger of more than 2 no matter what, it doesn't look like anyway.
No.
I like this.
Liked it.
All right. I think
go a little
we're,
bit.
I think we're T right now.
Straight.
Line only.
Grabow with a win here is into the 1-2 game.
Gotta go a little.
Straight. You got
Thinking
it,
it's a
boys.
little tight to the guard here.
I think they might be just by.
Hurt.
Ooh, that's,
Just by. I think he's going to get.
oh, he rubbed off his own a little.
Wow.
It's fine.
But that makes it really hard to get 2 out of this now.
I don't see any real path to 2. Wow. Yeah, I don't see.
Let's go talk lines
Right.
because these are weird down here.
We're good. All right, 11 minutes for 3 M's.
They didn't start a clock for like 15 seconds.
All right. We need to have a serious conversation about lines because some of these are kind of funky.
Okay.
Like like the one I'm taking. If I throw sweeping weight, that wasn't enough.
Okay.
Like, because you guys pounded straight the whole way.
Yep.
More or less.
Yep.
Big discussion here
I
if there's
was
any possible
left-handed
chance for them to
almost
get more than 1, but it doesn't really look
I don't
very
think there's 6 feet across.
like there's a very good chance. They're
Yeah.
calling a timeout. Going to get their coach out here to talk it over a little bit.
It's fun when the coach comes out and there's no good options. I don't see a path to 2 here.
No, because they have to get full forfeit.
Full forfeit. You play any kind of hit that you're probably giving up 1 or 2 or 3.
Don't have anything for 2, I don't think.
No.
There's nothing for 2.
Yeah, we got really lucky.
I love,
We threw away 4 rocks.
I love the fact that you guys think you can walk on water right now, and it's great. But I mean,
I'm not.
Listening to Coach Dave Jensen back here.
I know.
To reminding him that they were up 6.
And we burned too much time.
Telling him they burned a lot of clock and they're and there is a lot of rocks that are yellow that they should have been hitting.
Yeah, I will say that was good guidance from Dave Jensen. He said, "I'm glad that you're feeling." What did he say? You're feeling it, or your butt?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is a post-game discussion. We got to talk about lines.
Let's talk about lines. Let's talk about lines because there are some dandies out there, right?
Yes.
And
So there's 6 feet of curl back to center right side. Right? There's not 6 feet of
They're
curl.
talking about a few little tracks that are different for speeds and stuff.
Yeah.
They've been kind of worried about it in
Yeah,
this game.
so it's a good conversation there. I mean, we can't really hear Team Rose, but Team Jensen is plenty entertaining. So, or Team Jensen, Team Grabow with Coach Jensen.
I think that.
And I think when you get over it, it goes. Because, like, when we were throwing these inside outs, they finished good.
By the time
but
it gets
they-
over, it's walking sideways.
Yeah, but they finished good, but they
Well, as
were-
Dean said,
doesn't
you
tend to
called
go.
the timeout here, and it doesn't look like there's any option to get a deuce, and now they kind of just wasted their timeout because there's just going to looks like they're just going to throw it through and take their one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's their shot.
You got the house? Okay.
Oh yeah, we can get walking. I was gonna stop here. We can keep walking.
So yeah, I don't think he has a shot here. That's for sure.
Going to try the spinner.
I think somebody said should be close. I don't think you can ever say that on a spinner, but yeah.
Seen a few of these made in
yeah.
different events, and it's pretty amazing when they work. But
It's been fun that people brought these in, but ever since Nicodine made that one, everybody tries it.
Got a good result. We'll talk about that
So
for the game.
that's one way to get a force, Kevin. But after 5, make the score 8-3. Grabow over Rose. Grabow will have hammer as we play 6.
Great result. Good result. All right. Let's play clean.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
We're back. 2026 USA Curling Junior Nationals. It's men's play this evening, the final round robin session. This is Connor Grabow up 8-3 on Caiden Rose, and Kevin, that was a heck of a force.
yeah, it was a. You would think Grabow would have been trying to remove those rocks, but they kind of just got suckered into playing some draws and trying to come around, and they were looking to get the force, and they did.
Yeah, so full credit to them for pulling it off, but
If it's in, it's good enough. It's good
That's
enough.
fine.
they'll come around here
Top
just
4.
into the top 12.
Would have liked that probably a footer or so deeper, but that's still a pretty good shot.
Yep.
Got to control that
was a
center.
16-0.
I ran into it like
Yeah.
first rock of the game.
Give you a little update. Church McMullen is now tied at 4.
It's kind of been that.
We're not sure though if Hebert's up on Lanois, so if we look at it right now, it looks like if things hold, Hebert will end up at 7-1. Grabow here will be at 6-2, so that's your 1-2 game. McMullen could go to 6-2 with a win, but does not have the head-to-head over Grabow. So regardless, they'll drop into the 3-4. And Church, with Rose losing and having the head-to-head over Cadlick, who could will get to 4-4. It looks as though the 3-4 game will be McMullen versus Church. So they'll run it back. They're playing each other right now, and they might just play each other again. So.
Straight.
Okay.
15-7.
No, they probably don't like having those two blue ones hooked there for Grabow, because gives Rose a chance to get behind, and then it takes more than one shot to remove them.
Yep. They will be able to start to peel here.
We're good. Oh.
Single peels. Totally fine. And we give up a steal here, we're okay.
This Grabow team is really going through all the scenarios. The reality is, yeah, they could give up steals in 6, 7, and 8 and still win the game. So now they can go to work on some of these.
Yeah.
And there's a good example of the new rule. Connor Grabow is back there talking to Dave Jensen. This is Miles Grabow.
Yep. Clean. Pitch.
Well done. Caiden Rose will ask for a high guard.
Stuart West said yes right away.
Try to get Grabow to waste a few rocks here.
I knew I didn't throw that to nose it on that one. So I know, but it wasn't like.
I had a 15. I had a 16
it wasn't bad.
On the first, 15-7 on the second.
Yeah, no, we needed to set it back out, but it wasn't like panic.
This is when sweeping gets tough, when it's your the last round robin session and you're looking at being eliminated.
Oh, went down, but I don't think he hit it.
I don't know if they're going to get it over. They will not.
Oh.
Well, that's
I
costly.
think it's really thin this way.
Connor's saying play the slash. I'm fine with that.
Like, even if you stuff it here, that's good.
Okay.
Make sure the one goes.
Yes.
Exactly.
I think he's right. I think the other way's more.
I agree.
I agree.
I gotta line up better. Sorry, boys. Pump fake.
Clean. Yep. That's pretty good.
Did just what he told his brother to do and stuffed it over there, which doesn't hurt him.
I just had to give him more, and there's no way I'm doing that.
It's pretty good now. But there is still staggered guards up front, so if Rose would get in underneath, could put a little pressure on the Grabow team.
You would have had to hit that.
That's not great, but
I don't think that was there.
There's no. We had to play it that way. We just had to be thinner.
One of the biggest shots of the game was Stuart Strack's real thin double that we thought was perhaps unwise. They made that. They got 3 in that in the fourth end, I think, right? After that.
Yep.
Off on the center there.
Yeah. Then we got things that.
We were both questioning the call, but it turned out perfect for them.
Yeah.
I don't hate trying to get away. If they give it to us, try
I'm
and
guessing
get rid
that
of
the
some
peel
of the
is
blues.
made here, then Rose is going to be forced to have to try to go under that stagger shortly, because it'll be the
make this one get
last rock, and they got to make a movement pretty soon here.
Whoa.
Curl. Hard.
Ooh.
The old thin peel.
It's fine.
Probably good enough, but.
Takes away the draw path on that side almost, though, I think.
Yep, does that.
That's the funny business we don't need.
Listening to Connor Grabow is
it's
probably better than listening to Dean or I.
I agree. He's entertaining. Enough of the funny business.
We have to throw some stuff down.
Sounds like he's out of the 1950s. Got some funny business going on out here.
Okay.
This rock has some curling to do, though. I don't think it's looks
fast,
heavy
hard,
and
Connor.
not going to bury.
Hard, Connor.
I think that's right through. So Gensel will almost right through. And now you.
I think it's this.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
I
You can
agree.
change
Rid of
that.
stagger. And
Getting
Easy peel
one
does
here is
it.
great. They're gonna go hard. So.
Probably a thick half.
Yep.
Whatever happens, happens. I didn't even care.
Agreed.
Want to rearrange those for sure. Stuart Strack, his second here in the
Yep.
sixth end.
Yep. Whoa, clean.
On it early, now they like it.
Really good.
Judy.
Really nice, Stuart.
very good shot. Now
That
they just
is
have
good.
the lone one there. If Rose does get underneath it, you have the short little run back. And
Yep.
Glad we got rid of that
made it a
stagger.
lot better situation for the Grabow team now.
Glad we got rid of that stagger. Correct.
I almost got that out.
Well, the Grabow scores here. I think we'd see handshakes, but
Yeah, with only 2 ends to go, it'd be pretty hard to come back.
Caiden Rose will try this intern draw.
Caden said, got a little scary up 6 there.
I got it.
You're telling me I didn't drop that up? News to me.
A lot easier playing with the lead. You can tell the Grabow team they're having
Yeah.
fun out there. They're laughing quite a bit. They're playing really loose.
Yeah.
Hey, Connor,
Really
swing
makes
around
a difference.
and roll under the corner.
I don't think you did either. Am I just shooting the port? Do I shoot the port?
It's that or just the run and roll.
Or do I just draw?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay. You want to run it?
I think I like playing the run.
Okay, let's run it.
The run's definitely the call
Peel.
in this one, I would think. 'Cause
Yeah.
If he gets either one,
wait.
he's in pretty good shape. So.
This
Connor,
turn?
what?
Yeah.
Wait. Peel. Okay. You like that much?
Ice? Or
No.
wait?
Wait. Yeah. Okay.
Because if I miss this any bit off nose, I need to go somewhere.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is a when in doubt, throw Peel kind of shot. Up
towards
8-3. Connor Grabow with his first here in the sixth end. Trying to close this game out.
Yep. Hard. Other side of center. Clean.
Must be close.
Whoa.
Head boy.
Stuffs it pretty well.
Sit. Head boy.
We might have to make it once more.
Huh?
Almost hung on with that one that he raised back to beat out the back yellow, but it just slid off the rings.
Yeah, that would have been a nice one for him, because then the worst he could do is give up one.
Dude, Ryan just threw dead freeze. Good clutch.
See how good this is made if he wants to play the run again. If it's back there pretty far, he might want to just draw to it again.
Just draw, and at worst he gives up one, right?
Yep. Plays the run, he could give up 2, so.
Yeah, exactly.
No, you're right. That is right. It is in.
Girl side. Girl side.
Looks pretty good. You're right, it is decision time here, but
Yeah.
It did stay
I
above
like
the
lowering
T
the
line.
weight though, like we don't. No, I don't want to roll out and give
Right
him two.
here then.
he's going to take on the run.
Hey, are we
Shade less.
Are we third over there?
What?
Are we third over there?
No.
okay? You like this weight still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy peel.
Yep.
He'll throw the same, he just threw it.
if I make it, the shooter sticks outside.
He is a pretty short run here, and he doesn't.
There's a chance
just so
I
he
could
stays
actually-
with
we could
one or
actually
the other is all he'll be happy with.
That's not the important
Doesn't
part.
need two.
Connor Grabow, last shot, sixth end. Uh-oh. That rock's got some curling to do. No, there you go. That'll do it. I think that's 2. Make the score 10-3. I'm expecting to see handshakes here.
Let's go.
We're going to look around, but I think it is time to shake hands. There you go, 10-3, trailing by 7. So make the final score 10-3. Grabow over Rose. Before we go, we'll give you a little rundown on the scenarios, but well-played game there by Grabow, that's for sure, Kevin.
Yeah, Grabow is all in, playing well. And they'll be in the 1-2 game, we've been told, so I think that'll work pretty well for them.
I'm told by me, and I'm probably not the guy to trust, but I think that's how it unfolds.
Well, talking to others out there before the game started, too, I had heard that if Grabow wins, that they will be the number 2 seed.
So if things hold up the way they are, we'll see Hebert as the number 1 seed at 7-1, Grabow the number 2 seed at 6-2. So that's our 1-2 game. McMullen and Church definitely going to be the 3-4 game. Even if Church loses, they'd be 4. If they win, they'll be 3. They'll flip that. Cadlick will also end up at 4-4, but Church would have the head-to-head over Cadlick. So with that, we'll wrap it up here. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. I think I hooked you into that too, didn't I, Kevin?
Yeah, I guess you talked me into it.
Yeah, so women's games tomorrow. We've got Pekowitz, Berg, Stopera, Johnson, Biesecker, Hagenbaugh. That'll be on sheet C, Trainer and Miller, but lots of scenarios in the mix there. We've got Pekowitz, Berg, Stopera, and Johnson all at 4-2 tomorrow. So with Hagenbaugh at 3-3 and Trainer at 3-3, so still opportunities for those teams. So with that, we'll call it a night. Hope you can join us tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Kevin, thanks again. Great to have you here.
Thanks for having me here, Dean.
And we'll be back at it in the morning.
We're going to, yeah. Let's talk about that. Thank you, Mason. All right, let's go Carson McMullen.
Hey, thanks for timing, Steve.
Yep, thank you, Steve.